What you do with your life? Get your education, boy. Subscribe to A's Online.
Yes, and we're back once again for another mathematics tip of the day presented by A's Online Tutoring Services. Exam success at your fingertips. So as we continue to try and help you get your education and prepare you for all your upcoming exams, please take your time and make sure and hit the subscribe button below, because we're bringing these tips on a weekly basis, and as exams come closer, these tips can possibly make or break you. Alright, so make sure and hit subscribe, and if you want to check out our previous tips from the past few weeks, just follow the link to the top in the corner, and that will take you straight to all our tips of the day. And today we're going to get into some more divisibility, because last time we were looking at divisibility of numbers that are divisible by 4. So today we're going to look at numbers divisible by 5 and 10. Alright, so the first one we look at, numbers divisible by 5. Numbers, we can know if a number is divisible by 5 simply by if the last digit in the number is 5. That's one way. So if we have a number like 475, without even dividing it, I already know that this could be divided by 5 without leaving a remainder. Alright, so we could do a long division for this. So we can say 5 into 4 cannot. 5 into 47 is 9. 5 nines are 45. Subtract remainder 2. Bring down the 5. And then we have 5 into 25 is 5. 5 fives are 25. Subtract, no more remainder. So 475 divided by 5 is 95. And I knew that even before I divided it, because the last digit in 475 is a 5. Now it doesn't only work with these types of numbers ending in 5, they also work when the last digit in the number is a 0. Alright, so we can get a good example. And the number, it doesn't matter how long the number is. Let's say we have something like 639,470. I know this could be divided by 5 simply because the last digit is a 0. So I could take this, we can do this in a short division to mix it up a little bit. Divide that by 5. So now we're saying 5 into 6 is 1, remainder 1. 5 into 13 is 2, remainder 3. 5 into 39 is 7, remainder 4. 5 into 44 is 8, remainder 4. 5 into 47 is 9, remainder 2. 5 into 20 is 4, without any remainder, and that's the answer. So numbers that end in 0, as well as numbers that end in 5, can be easily be divided by 5. Alright, that's the answer there. So that's numbers divisible by 5. Let's look at numbers divisible by 10. So numbers divisible by 10 when the last digit in the number is a 0. So it's similar to the 5, but it doesn't work with 5 and 0. When it comes to 10, it only works with numbers that end in a 0. So these will help especially when you want to divide or break down fractions. So let's say we have a number like 67,930 divided by 10. So we could do this in the form of a fraction over 10, and we could break this down simply by just crossing off the zeros. So when we reduce and we eliminate 1 0 in the 10 and 1 0 in the number on top, we're basically dividing both numbers by 10. And that will give me 6793 as my final answer. Alright, so this is how it works when you have to break it down in a fraction form. We could look at it as a normal division if you would like. Let's say we have a shorter number like 4250 divided by 10. You will see we would end up with just the first 3 digits as if we're crossing off the 0. So we could do this long division. So we could say 10 into 4 cannot. 10 into 42 is 4. 10 fours are 40. Subtract. Remainder 2. Next number would be to bring down the 5. Then we get 10 into 25 is 2. 2 tens are 20. Subtract to see what remainder we have. Remainder 5. Bring down the 0. 10 into 50 is 5. 10 fives are 50. We subtract. We have no more remainder at this point. So the answer 4250 divided by 10 is 425. Just like if we eliminated the zeros in both numbers, as we saw before. Alright, so that's our tip for today. Numbers divisible by 5 and numbers divisible by 10. Alright, so that brings us to the end of today's video. So thanks a lot for watching. Make sure and hit subscribe for all our upcoming mathematics tips, as well as if you would like to check out our new series called SEA Today, which is helping all students preparing for SEA 2021 with daily practice test exercises free of charge. So make sure and check out that, and I will see you next week for another tip of the day.
What you do with your life? Get your education, boy. Subscribe to A's Online. Click. We got tutors, they go live. When you're home, you're safe and sound. Subscribe. Just log on, study now. Subscribe to A's Online. Tutors, they go live. When you're home, you're safe and sound. Log on, study now. Subscribe to A's Online. Tutors, they go live. You can log in from your house. I say log in with your mouse. Log on, study now. Subscribe to A's Online. Yeah. Tutors, they go live. You can log in from your house. I say log in with your mouse.